Hello, everyone. This is Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette, and I am participating today in a Christmas in July collaboration hosted by myself and my friends Leah from Make All the Things with Me, Mary from The Painted Peach, and Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration. And we have a full lineup, guys, of great creatives, and I cannot wait to see what everyone is doing. So, we're all working on our personal specialty, and I love paint pours. So, here we are. We're going to create a Christmas door hanger. But I'm going to start out by making a bow for my door hanger. I have 3 separate ribbon here, all wired, and we're going to make ourselves a little tail. Give her a pinch right here, and then just loop. And this ribbon is double-sided, so I do not have to twist it. I do have a habit of twisting because I'm used to working with ribbon, but it's not double-sided. So I'm just going to do maybe 4 loops. That's going to be it, I think, because we're going to still have a pretty full bow. I don't know, I might change my mind and do 6. Oh, love Christmas in July. It does not feel like Christmas here. It is, oh, it's late at night, but it's still very warm in North Carolina. I do enjoy the little break in doing summer things, but I'm going to work on some summer colors. I told a fib and I'm doing 6 loops. I want to. Could not find my zip ties anywhere to put this bow together, so I'm going to tie it together with some ribbon, and that's going to work just fine. Now I'm going to try to make this about the same length over here. It's okay if it's a little longer. We can trim it up. Not going to use it to the end. Anyway, so now I'm going to take a piece of this blue ribbon, and I'm going to just cut it. I'm going to just tie it right around the center, as tight as I can. There we go. So I think these are nice little summer colors, cool colors. Lit tight to remind us of summer, even though we're celebrating Christmas in July. Skip that. And I can always untie it. Now, let's give her a fluffy fluff. I know with the Bodabra, some use Bodabras. I've never had, I think I did buy one, but I don't know what I did with it. So just make these by hand and just pull them out, fluff it up, get it like you want it. With the Bodabra, I think they stack their ribbons like one color at a time. This I just, as you saw, just put them together and then separate it so they're all intertwined kind of in there. And once we get it on our door hanger, then we'll fluff it up some more. But that's pretty much the gist of our simple little bow. I think those colors are beautiful. So let's get started on our board. A ribbon on our thing. I'm going to be using semi-gloss base white, ultra white paint on the background. And this wood door cutout came from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. It was out in the garage. It's got some rough edges on it. Don't know what caused that, but I'm going to go with it. Comes with this little jute hanger, but we're not going to use that. I'm going to just go ahead and cut that off. I have separated my paint out so it makes it easier. Put it in a little cup. Makes it easier for me. Here we'll have a mess here before long. All right. So here we go. And let's just pour this right out in the center. And again, this is semi-gloss Valspar paint from Lowe's. Just a base without any color mixed in it, ultra white. Probably have it a little too thick. That's going to be just fine. Ooh, I don't know what that big old booger is. Goodness gracious. I have to change my gloves here. Hold the phone. All right, so let's start stretching out this paint without making too much of a mess. Oh, this. Okay. Now I have it sitting on my spinner or Lazy Susan just to raise it up. I've got tinfoil underneath to protect my table. Do know that this paint will clean up easily because I spilled about a gallon of it on the floor the other day. It's probably scooped up a lot of it in this cup. Nah, I probably have some debris from doing that. All right, now let's hope that that is a gracious 20 to get it moving. Okay. And then I'm not so worried about that top that looks like the topper of an ornament. So we're going to paint that a different color anyway. This is the second one I've done actually because I didn't press record the first time. Or I think I hit restart when I did pause and it just started over instead of, and just deleted most of my video. So I'm just spreading it out here, getting it even on here. A little bit. I would spin it out, but it's just the glare. I don't want to make a mess. Bigger mess. I just need to put a little bit more of it on. Get started with the fun part. I have it a little bit too thick. It's okay. And I will, once it dries, also go back and paint the back side a solid color. Just in case someone has a glass door, you can see something pretty on the other side. Just get that on there. Pick up some of this on the table and put it up there. All right, it does go on very smooth. I like how it does. I'm going to change up my gloves here real quick. All right, so let's give it a little bit of torch just in case we have some bubbles. So it'll heat up that surface and bring the bubbles to the top. That way, if there are bubbles that rise up after we're finished, we won't have those little pinholes that happen in the paint. All right. Using our summer colors, I'm using Master's Touch pre-mixed paint from Hobby Lobby and these little paper cups waxed in the center, so it makes it a little easier to use. Plus, I can squeeze them and make a spout. And this first color is Sapphire. Let's just go ahead and outline on it. Just pour it on pretty. It's not going to end up this way anyway. Let's see here. I think it's pretty if we even just left it like this. Love it. Okay. That's the sapphire. Now I have turquoise, and again, this is Master's Touch pre-mixed pouring paint. Let's get those colors in there. There we go. And now I have sky blue. Again, kind of going with the theme of cool colors that I would think of for the beach. Those in there. There is a different reaction with this house paint. I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong thing. I do like it though. So I'm going with it. Now I have gold metallic. It's also Master's Touch. And I'm just going to put, it's just, my other one, the gold is kind of lost. That happens to me a lot with my metallics. Seem like they just get lost in the painting. Let's see, I've got a little bit more on this one. Let's see how that works. I'm going to think I want to put white house paint again, and I'm just going to put a little bit up here up top. Just a little bit across the top. All right. I have a piece of plastic here that I pulled off of a ribbon roll. You can use a gift card or debit card, anything stiff. My first swipes that I ever did were done with paper index cards. All right, so here we go. I'm going to just sit that right there in the paint, and we're going to gently pull it down. Taking our time, because when I try to go fast, I tend to lift it up. And see, even though we did those curves on the side, when we drag down, it starts to look straight. So that pattern really didn't matter that much. I was lifting up a little bit there in the center. So we may have to go right there. A little lift up. Oh, that is very pretty, just like that. But I got this weird thing going on over here. So I'm gonna let's do let me get this in the center a little bit better. Okay. And that's okay. I'll just set this here and I'll wash it up and use it again. All right, so I've got some nice new cells popping up. Let's Let's pop some bubbles here. Okay. We have some pretty reactions happening here. All right, now I'm going to tilt and see what happens. Get quiet. Let's just see how this reacts a little bit. Kind of making it look like a little ocean wave a little. Get rid of that little white spot right there. That doesn't look quite right. Let's go back this way. Get that edge over here. Can't tell with the camera which way I should be. The swipes are fairly easy, I think. You just have to be really careful choosing your colors, making sure that you pick colors that go well together. If there's mixing, like your reds and greens, they turn into mud. It's not really pretty. Like this. Now this is looking very pretty. This way. I love it, except for this white spot right here. Not liking that. But as you see, the gold is all but lost. It's all but gone. That's what happens. Ooh, with metallics. I don't know. Maybe I just do something. It's my experience with them. If I can get them to look good. I really like how this is looking. Now, one I did previously, I'm going to show you here shortly. And it looks quite a bit different than how this looks now with all these bright colors. Because as you can see, that white is already starting to rise and make it look different. Let me go back this way to get rid of this white edge here. So, I have discovered a little different look with this house paint than what I had if I used just the regular same acrylic paint as I'm using on the top. But I like it. I really do. Sorry about that. Come back this way. I can't get it to move a little better. There we go. Not going to worry too much about it getting on the handle. Like I said, I'm going to paint. Once it dries, I'll paint that in. Could have taped it off. I'm very happy with how this looks. But knowing, let me get this a little swipe off here, that it's going to change as it dries. Okay, so now we have a dry ornament. Let me show you up close what that house paint did with the pre-mixed paint from Hobby Lobby. So it's raised up a bit here. It gives it a little bit of a textured look. I like it. I don't know on a canvas if that would be a good thing that we'd be looking for, but I think it looks outstanding on this wood ornament, and I think some more colors on some like this will be beautiful when it really is Christmas. I love it. I love the texture. I love the colors. I'm okay with the way it raised up and gave this beautiful, different look. The gold is all but gone here. Just vanished. just covered up. It's okay. Still got most of those pretty colors. I've already put one little coat of gold on the top, and we're going to add gold to finish it off. This is Deco Art Elegant Finish, metallic. Just top of that. Get it ready. Door hanger worthy. I have a little starfish I wanted to put on my bow, but I have no idea what I did with it. You know, I'll find it as soon as we're done recording. If I do, I will be sure to put a community post with the little starfish on the bow. I think that would be really pretty at the beach at the actual Christmas time. This is going to dry down quickly. Here we have her all dry and ready for our bow. I will tell you, this part did take 3 days to dry so that I could touch it. And it is still a tiny bit tacky to the touch. So I don't think it's quite ready for me to seal it. When I'm ready to seal it, I will use Minwax clear polyacrylic water-based sealer and brush it on. It will be fantastic. I often use a spray sealer, but my new love is the Valspar. So I'm going to put our little bow right up here. Tie off. And there we go. And we can dovetail it and make it look just as pretty as you please. Just fold those. I like the little dovetails. I think it gives it a more finished look. Now, if you don't want it to look like that, you can cut them at an angle. You could also just leave them. You know, it's up to you how you want your bow to look. I like the dovetails. So let's get along here. Now you do have to have some scissors designated for this ribbon cutting, especially when it's wired ribbon like this, because let's face it, that's a little bit rough on your scissors after a while. I love this ribbon. It's a member's mark from Sam's Club here in the U.S. And they're stuck. Here we go. It's so pretty when it gets you at a good angle here. All fluffed up. Pretty on anybody's door. Love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Get your close up on that. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? I like to do things with my paint pours that aren't necessarily just plain abstract art. I like them to look like something. Now, I do have an appreciation for abstract, but here's just something you could do. Anybody could do this. As you saw, it was very simple. You say, hey, I did my first paint pour Christmas in July. Hey guys, I hope you will follow along and watch everyone else on the playlist. I want to remind you to see beauty, especially within yourself. If you can't see it there, you cannot see it any place else. Ta-ta for now.